sticking to kind of like what the fuck video game stuff, uh Sony just announced the expected release date and price of their PSVR 2. Um so Joel,
Yes, Brian.
I know
Boy.
I know you haven't had much kind of experience with VR headsets and whatnot.
Hell no.
But when
Barely.
you when you
One of my
think
friends
of
let me borrow an Oculus headset.
when you think of like a high end, like, addition to a console, you think that, it's like, yeah, it'll be a little bit expensive, but it would still be kind of like within like a reasonable range, with limitations and whatnot. um PSVR 2 is scheduled to launch on February 22nd of next year,
Really?
and
That soon?
that soon, and will retail for 54 $549.99, so like 550
Jesus
bucks.
Christ.
Pretty much more than a PS5 costs, roughly.
Like quarter of the games? Jesus.
So we have to take a perspective, because when the first PSVR came out, it was well into the PS4's life cycle. You know, it was using proprietary parts. It was kind of recycling the PlayStation camera and the PlayStation Move kind of ones and stuff like that. So yeah, it made the production a little bit cheaper. For the PSVR 2, it's newer specs, newer technology. They make custom made controllers for it. So I could see that it's going to be a little bit more expensive. But what I find questionable, at least right now, is that the PSVR 2, though it's upgraded from the PSVR, it's still going to be connected to your PS5 by a cable.
Oh.
Where you could go into any store right now and buy a MetaQuest 2 that's roughly, if you're getting just like the basic set, yeah, you still need a PC and whatnot, or you could kind of run it proprietary on its own, no cables, like free roaming headset for around $400. Now, of course, you know, it's here or there depending on, what you want, because of course, it's, a Facebook owned thing, like a Meta owned thing. But I don't know about you, but I feel like the PSVR 2 is kind of early. Like, it's too early to have it right now, because we're only 2 years into the PS5 cycle, and there are still people that are
2 years.
trying to get a PS5. Like, I got lucky enough to get mine, but it still took me almost 2.5 years to get it. And there's still a lot of people that haven't even gotten one yet. So the question you have to ask yourself is, who's this for?
Are the sales from the first one, like, were they that good that they think they can turn out another one that fast? Other than that, maybe is it for people who are really like, is there a hell of people in the metaverse? Because that thing doesn't, I mean, to me, I'm not connected to that shit at all. Is it booming? No, I am not well versed in that. I don't
So
think so. I just might be in the wrong circle.
so the PlayStation VR did monetarily well. You know, it got pretty positive reviews, and for the most people that bought it, they bought into it knowing, what it was going to be worth. Because at the time it was still when VR was very new, very experimental. So they knew that the quality probably wasn't always going to be, a like A tier experience. but
All right.
they bought into it for like the investment of seeing where this can go.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a PSVR as well. I bought it for the Iron Man VR, and for what it was
Yeah.
worth, I had a fun time. I got to fly around as Iron Man, which was fucking sick. Um, Now, like I said before, like the PS5, roughly almost 3 years,
Mhm.
out. Still hard to find. Um, I don't know if I know there's gonna be some people that are gonna buy into it right away, but to ask people to spend, roughly almost $600 after tax for a PS5, and then ask people to spend a little bit more than that to buy the PSVR 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering how well it's gonna go. Because when the PSVR came out, pretty much everybody had a PS4. It was not hard to find a PS4 to use.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether the adoption rate for the VR2 is going to be hindered because not everybody still has a PS5, it's yet to be seen. But what I thought was very interesting is that they actually said up front that all the PSVR 1 games will not be compatible with the VR2.
What the fuck? Sony, why are you always doing that shit? What the fuck?
Now, that's also up to debate because, the companies that made the games can make updated versions. And I think for the life of me, I can't remember who it is, but I think there is one that is being dedicated to having a free upgraded version of it. But like, yeah, because I remember when the PS5 came out, you were able to like opt in to get like a special dongle so that you can use the PSVR on the 5 and then announce the VR2 and then say that all the old games won't work on it. It's very strange, and I don't know. I definitely won't be pre-ordering it.
I was gonna ask, are you gonna get it?
No, I have no reason to get it. Like I barely use the one I have now, and even if I wanted to, I'd have to order a dongle to go with the PS5. So that's neither here or there. It's just kind of like I figured that this headset would be, expensive. Like I was thinking it would be like around like the MetaQuest, range, like around like the 400s, but like 550, breaching like, 600. God damn, dude. You know, I hope it's
I don't know,
nice.
man. Investors were
I hope it
like,
does
you already
well.
spent 500 on a PS5. What's another 500? I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
I mean, I hope it does well. I hope it, runs perfectly fine and people have fun. People who do adopt into it early have fun with it. And if it pops up like at a PAX West in the future or some other kind of expo, I'll give it a shot and I'll see what it's like. I'm not going to say no, but I'm certainly not going to come February. I'm definitely not putting that on my list of things to get. Fuck no. Hell no.